This anime is actually Iyashikei type anime. Iyashikei is an anime style with soft pastel visuals and slow-paced storytelling, focusing on soothing atmospheres that bring relaxation and healing.
授業終わりましたけど。
However, what's interesting here is the number of compositions you might think are ordinary and not even notice. But they are important to understand, especially for content creators, animators, and digital artists in creating scene compositions. Okay, let's just get started. Guiding the eye is sometimes associated with coincidence or the inherent skill of the artist or animation director. However, in the anime industry, this is a basic technique where you see lines formed by shapes, lightings, or framing that directs your focus to a specific point. And in this anime, the director doesn't hold back when applying this technique, especially for scene establishment like this, as an introduction to the characters and an overview of the city where the characters live. A very interesting example is actually seen in this scene, where this diagonal composition isn't just a crossing line, but the guiding the eye here is arranged neatly to direct your focus and making you focus more on these two characters as an introduction in this establishment scene.
まだです。岩さんは？まだなんだ。
As you can see here, because the director wants to introduce you this girl named Takumi. The guiding the eye directs your focus toward her by using this composition. As you can see that some parts look slightly dark, while the other area appears brighter. This adds depth and drawing your focus to where she is positioned. Even the diagonal composition like this, highlighted by her adorable hair, is truly unique.
風強いね。
Another clear example might be seen in this scene, where the director places them right below the building's wall line like this, making the direct focus feel very natural when the camera goes down. With a wide-shot camera angle, this avoids any signs of truck-kun approaching, because a wide shot like this expands the audience's perspective to avoid unnecessary anticipation. Asymmetrical framing in this anime is also interesting to understand. For example, is in this scene, when Serufu is exhausted from walking uphill and thinks how nice it would be to take the school bus. Frame within a frame creates a perspective that reflects Serufu's feeling of being isolated from the main road where the bus passes. It also serves as an anticipation before her neighborhood child finally appears, returning home by bus. The asymmetrical framing here creates a sense of depth and hierarchy between Serufu and her childhood friend Miku. Since we've never talked about this particular topic before, in simple terms, asymmetrical framing is when the imbalanced frame leans more to one side to enhance and sharpen the focus. And if we move forward from the earlier scene, without any unreasonable hatred, Miku is actually upset with Serufu because she feels Serufu left her alone, as Serufu was too easygoing when she failed to get into the same school as Miku. And this is shown when Miku sarcastically remarks to Serufu and pointing out that while Serufu's school is still teaching history, while Miku is already learning advanced technology like 3D printing of blood vessels. However, Serufu takes it as a compliment instead.
それほどでもないよ。褒めてないわよ。
The asymmetrical frame reverses their positions, placing Serufu at the foreground as she wins the emotional battle between the two of them.
バカセルフ。まあ、いっか。
Cuteness doesn't have to come from a character's candy-like appearance. Perhaps that's what the director wanted to express in this anime. By creating a frame within a frame and using diagonal composition for asymmetrical framing, it leads the viewer's perspective and direct your focus more on the character's personality and movements.
自転車屋さんなんてないし。校舎裏？
Sometimes, frame within a frame is often used to create a mysterious atmosphere or a sense of isolation for the character. It can even evoke an exaggerated horror effect, making the subject feel as if they are in a very unfamiliar place. Even though Serufu is with her senpai, when she starts daydreaming, the asymmetrical framing here provides a singular perspective on Serufu's presence as she imagines creating something, before she eventually gets lost in her imagination.
やってみるか?
The detail of the drill feeling hot like this also becomes an important point for an ASMR scene. A scene that should have been gory and potentially dangerous is instead turned into comedy like this. This kind of gag visualization is intentionally used to keep the anime fun and enjoyable.
あははじゃないわ